his second time up here. Please give it up for Mr. Porter!
Woo! You know, normally when I come behind three different guys, I'm the first one to come, but now if you guys... Woo! Off to a good start. Man, if you guys were here last month, you'd know that that was not original at all. But you get an interesting experience living out in China. It's one of the reasons that I love to live out here as an expat, because you get to see a perspective on a new culture, but not only that, but your own culture. Like, for any of the Americans in here, have you tried explaining our holidays? What the fuck? Like, try to explain Christmas, okay? So there was this white Arabic kid, born in a barn. He was white, obviously, because Jesus ain't no terrorist. And he was born in a barn. And how do we celebrate this? Okay, so he was born in a desert, so we get a pine tree. We take this pine tree, put it in our house. Now, what do we do with this pine tree? We put presents under it. Now, who delivers these presents? Okay, well, white Arabic kid, fat pedophile in a red suit, comes down our chimney. We don't have chimneys, by the way. Those are gone. He comes down our chimney, puts presents underneath the fucking tree, and because he's a fat fuck, eats the cookies and the milk that we left out for him. And then, because this white Arabic kid was born in a desert biome, he gets on his snow sleigh and rides off from magic reindeer. Now, explain this to a Chinese person. And I remember that there was this girl that asked me, like, what is Easter? And I was like, oh, it's a Christian holiday in America where we celebrate, Christ coming back to life. And she's like, oh, that's like a zombie. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, kind of like a zombie. She's like, well, how do you celebrate this? Okay, so there's this bunny, a big bunny. This bunny lifts, we'll just put it that way. This is a giant were-rabbit that brings us, chocolate eggs to our front door. And she's like, because of a zombie? Yeah, fair enough. And, I see a lot of things out here that I see in other countries, but also more commonly, I see these swamp troll guys walking around with these just gorgeous girls. And, that's fine, whatever, date whoever you want. But it must be really unfortunate for the guy, because, it's like you got this big, shiny, curvy, flat screen to put in your bedroom, but you can't turn it on. And, wow, that did not land. And the real issue is that when they finally find that red button, they just fucking jam their finger in there, like, come on, turn on, turn on. These are new models, boys. They're touch sensitive. So you just give it a little reach around. And the biggest issue is that they have the wrong size input. And they're trying to make that shit work, but it just doesn't. Okay, it's a silent room here, but listen, I've been in the locker rooms here, and I've seen half-mast and full flag. So, and you guys are probably wondering why I'm looking so much. But I'm more fascinated by how many men collectively look at my dick in the locker rooms there. And for me, it's just curiosity. So, and the crazy thing is that I noticed I don't mean to sound like a dick, but this joke was brought to you by, I noticed that the relationship between a pretty face and a nice ass in China is sort of like the relationship between Harry Potter and Voldemort. One cannot live while the other survives. It's really, you don't see many of those combinations. And it makes me fascinated because do you know how sore my ass is after I take a shit on the squatters here? It's like a full set of leg day out there. Like, these guys, they just fucking squat down. They finish their game of, like, rip-off Candy Crush, and they're just, like, for, like, 20 minutes. Like, goddamn. How did you not come out of that with a hot dog in the bun? And, you know, he gets yourself into some interesting situations here. Like, this is something that would definitely never happen in the States. I have a dog here, a little tiny dog that I have in my apartment. And I was walking on one of these, like, back streets in Hefei. It's kind of more run down. And there is a chicken. This is a big fucking chicken. Like, this chicken would fuck your bitch. It is a giant chicken. So for the remainder of this joke, I'm going to call him Big-Ass Motherfucking Chicken. So my dog is just kind of, like, in her own head, just walking down the street, like, just like, man, I got to get my shit together. I got to go fucking deal with that rabbit on the side of the road. And, like, just walking by, and I saw the dog heading straight for this chicken. And the decent part of my brain that's a good dog owner was like, I should probably stop this. And then the comedian was like, let's see what happens. So my dog is walking towards this chicken and just walks right past him. The chicken's just like, fuck you looking at? Like, just stands my dog up. And my dog is looking at this chicken like, well, that's an interesting looking dog. Like, is that Bulgarian fur? Like, what is that? And then the chicken just, like, pecks her right on the nose. It's okay. She didn't get hurt. But she just freaks out, runs by, knocks the leg out of a cabbage stand. Cabbages go rolling everywhere. The dog knocks over a kid. Kids start screaming, and everyone's freaking out, and I am pissing myself. It is the funniest shit. And you can't get that type of stuff in America. And, anyway, I'll wrap this up. Back in the States, I don't know if you can tell this by looking at me, but when I was 12, I was white. And I was in 7th grade, maybe 11, 12, whatever the age is. And I had a geometry teacher who was an elderly Korean woman. And there was a project that they gave to me. And one of the options for the project was to write a rap about mathematics. So naturally, I chose that option. Now, let me preface this by saying that I was Mormon for the first 17 years of my life. I've come from a Mormon family. So rap, not exactly my alleyway, if you know what I'm saying. And I remixed a song called Yeah by Usher. Now, there's a verse in it by Ludacris, and that's the verse that I decided to remix. Now, there's a line that goes, let's drink, you to one to please. Ludacris fills cups like double D's. Poetry. And I remixed this line. Now, I'm standing, and I thought, in my sheltered Mormon mind, that double D's meant dumpster divers, as in a homeless person. Let's drink, you to one to please. Ludacris fills cups like double D's. I mean, who doesn't need a drink more than a homeless person? So, I do. You sound like you had a few. And I get up in front of this whole class. I'm in front of like 30 kids. And I said in front of this entire class, this is a true, swear to God, a true story. I said, let's drink, they doing math, oh please. Mrs. Kim fills cups like double D's. What a crowd stopper. I mean, everybody busts out laughing. I'm laughing along because I have no idea the forest fire that I had just started from the fire bars that I had spat. And I thought that I had referenced alcohol. So I defended myself. I said, no. I wasn't talking about alcohol. I meant like other drinks, like juice. Cleared that up. And now I'm in my next class, and I'm talking to one of my friends. And my friend asked my other friend, he said, hey, what did Porter say in geometry class? And he's like, I remember this so clearly because of the way he said it. He's like, Porter was spitting bars about Mrs. Kim's breastises. And just, obviously I was good at math. So the calculations are going off. And I could not figure out, I was like, I talked about alcohol, not boobs. And he was like, dude, Double D's is a bra size. I was Mormon. First swear word I said, fuck! Oh my God. And subsequently, this is why any parents in the room, teach your kids about sex ed, because they may accidentally tell their elderly Korean teacher that she's got jugs. And subsequently, obtain the nickname Yellow Fever for the rest of the year. You guys have a good night.